Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about one of my great passions that you probably don't know, but I'm a big WCW. No, I'm a big WWE fan. Um, I'm a huge WWE fan. Yeah, I was WCW when it was NWA. And, 95, 96, 97, around that time, when NWO was hot. I grew up where it was territorial wrestling. So Memphis, Tennessee was a territorial wrestling site. But anyway, one thing I am kind of enjoying right now is the Bloodline. I mean, the Bloodline has been the dominant faction. I dare to say maybe one of the greatest three factions there is. I mean, you definitely got to put the Horsemen up there. And factions usually last about 5 years. So, it was time, 3 years, that's a long time to be a champion this day and age. And Hogan, and then you got Bruno Sammartino. I think he's the longest, if I'm correct. But anyway, how Solo has been set up, and let's go back when Roman Reigns was champion. Solo was kind of like, yo, I want your spot. Like, I want it. I may be enforcer, but I want your spot. And then they just kind of mess with it. And then, if you remember when Solo was telling Roman Reigns use the chair or something, and Roman Reigns was screaming, I got it, or something, or I'm about to. You saw it. Now you got Solo taking the Bloodline 2.0 and brought characters that need to be brought in, but it's all about timing. And it's like a good movie. It's gonna be a 3-parter. It's gonna be Avengers 1 and 2. But if there's an Avenger, I can't think of the last one, but you have the last Avenger, then that was a part 2, then the part 1 is going to be a part 2. So this is being part 2, and then Roman Reigns is going to come back, because you hear that crowd chanting. And the thing was, how Roman was never popular was WWE was trying to push Roman down people's throat, and people was like, nah. So Roman Reigns just took the character and became a heel, and just became, the Bloodline. And the Bloodline was kind of cool, but kind of heelish. But Roman Reigns spoke the truth. That's the difference of heel. Now, you saw the narcissistic and him turning on a dime, and say his lust for power, and anybody get close to him, he destroyed it. Then he's gone, which is kind of weird, because Paul Heyman is like, call Roman Reigns as if Roman Reigns is living in the middle of Antarctica with no television. So I'm trying to see how they're going to play it, as if he was too sick, or he just was playing all the parts, or he was, allowing Solo to become who he really are. It's like that Darth Vader, kill me and take my place, Darth Vader, and you can become the new, that type of thing. But it's gonna be cool. So you got 3, now you got 4. 4 of the bloodline. Only problem I have with this bloodline, which is much nastier. They are much nastier than the original bloodline. The original bloodline was like, yo, I'm just do what it takes to appease Roman before he knocked my head off. All of this bloodline are dominant thugs that go after you first and take your head off, with Solo being the meanest. Only thing I would say to make this bloodline better, you can put some titles around them to make them look so unstoppable. But clearly they invested 2 years in Cody, and he's not going to lose that championship. Maybe Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, or he may keep it for a while, because they put a lot of time in, the roles, never the bride, always the bridesmaid type of thing. So, and Dusty Rhodes, and he never was the champion, and Cody took it, and he's just top babyface right now. He can do no wrong. So, Paul Heyman getting thrown in Madison Square Garden, which is like a pay-per-view all by itself, it's definitely going to bring something out. Something's coming. Maybe not at Money in the Bank, which I think either main event Jey Uso get it, or Drew McIntyre go get that Money in the Bank. It's gonna be good. I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, if you really want to play it, you give that Money in the Bank to Solo. But it just all depends. People tired of the bloodline and second version. This is good storytelling. This is very good. Let me talk about Drew McIntyre. He is a convincing champion because you hate him, but you love him at the same time, because he's kind of like a loner, but he's kind of like, I can feel his pain and him being obsessed with CM Punk. And they took that storyline, so if SummerSlam is where they're going to collide, that's going to be pretty good. We will see. I like Damian Priest. I like the cool click. Kind of cool, the cool type of person. But I don't think he's a strong champion. But he has potential. I mean, he's not bad. He really doesn't need the Judgment Day anymore. But the Judgment Day wouldn't survive without him unless they turn on him. But they need a dominant person that can go. If you're going to turn on Damian Priest, you need to replace him with somebody just as dominant. And that where you can have a dominant champion, but you don't necessarily need you don't necessarily need two babyface as champions. You know, that light and darkness type of thing. You just need one or the other. But we will see. We will see. But this is wrestling hasn't been this good for a long time. The last 2 years, it's been a long time. It's been this watchable. You know, probably it's been a while. I maybe say a good 12 years. It's been the storyline's been this strong. And that is just really because of Triple H, Paul Levesque. Just needs some new blood, and just Vince McMahon needs to go. And it's hard when you rich. Nobody is willing to step aside. Most 9 out of times you gotta be pushed out, and he got pushed out. So now you got a fresh storyline, fresh objective, a new movement, a more familiar management, and great storytelling. That is the one thing AEW is missing. AEW got some great wrestlers, and I like the territorial type of, we gotta bring people from other wrestling organizations. But it's just flat. The storytelling is just flat. I mean, it's just flat. It's like they do a fight and there's no build up to the fight. Like weeks of build up to the fight. So, but AEW, you know, I dare to say originally their storytelling was a little bit better, in my opinion, for about a year. But they need something. They need a new injection of something. But wrestling is fickle that way. It's good today and bad tomorrow. So, but great time to be a fan. If I can get a Bloodline front license plate, I would. I've always feel, you know, like the Samoan anything. So I don't know why I just have always identified with Samoan wrestling. A little bit better. So it is what it is. So, all right, have a good one.